Hello everyone, it's Rebecca from Papeterie de Choix, and I'm here to do a little Wallpaper Wednesday project with you. I'm starting a series where I do a wallpaper project every Wednesday. So you'll see in the thumbnail a journal that I covered with this wallpaper. Isn't it beautiful? And last night I made this little coin envelope to go into the front inside cover pocket, and then I made this one this morning to go in the back inside corner pocket. So that's for the journal in the thumbnail. And what I thought I would do today is just use a piece of wallpaper to cover the outside cover on this book that I gutted. So I have decided to use it. This folds into 6 sections. That's how it came. It was a free sample that I ordered from the UK. So I'm going to use this right here for my front. So let me turn it over so I can see these cut lines a little bit better. And it doesn't matter if the lines are like totally straight, they just need to be able to cover the cover and then wrap around to the inside. So that's going to be the cover, the front cover that is, and I think I want to do this one as the back cover. So it's pretty simple. The most important thing is the drying time, and just making sure that everything as it is adhered well. So let me get a little plastic mat so that I can glue this down without getting stuff on my board here, on my table covering. So basically I just start with a glue and water mixture that I make myself. It's 2 parts glue and 1 part water, and I make it in a coffee can. I probably should not have gone down that little groove because I actually don't want to put anything in there. So if you do this, don't do that. It just kind of is a little bit of a habit to do the whole thing. Okay, so now we're going to place, this is going to be covered, this part is going to be covered. Let's go up slightly, give myself plenty of room. Let's turn it over and make sure we're somewhat square-ish. Okay. Alright. We're going to rub this down really, really well. Make sure it's nice and smooth. And I'm going to take my bone folder and just go over it again. Now I won't be doing this part in this video because this I will do with a piece of fabric, and I haven't even picked out a piece of fabric yet to go here. And it will come out to roughly about here on either side. And so that's what will fill in that gap. So that little bit of glue, let's see if I can actually just rub part of it out. Yes. And then I'll just try to be a little bit more careful on the back. Okay, that takes care of that. So let's turn it around this way. See if I can line it up exactly where I had it so I don't get glue on the inside. And let's paint this one without going into the groove, if at all possible. And, well, that just messed that up, didn't it? So, like I said, the most important thing about this, other than just making sure that it's lined up correctly, is just allowing it to dry to its fullest. So, that's what it needs to do as soon as I put down this other paper. And the other thing is to make sure you have it lined the right way so that the back and the front matches. Let's see, I need to pull this down slightly. Okay, that looks good. Alright, let's take this little thing out. Okay, nice and smooth on both sides. Very nice. I actually think I would, if I had it to do over, it's not dry yet. I could switch them. I like this one better than that one. What do you think? Nope. It's already adhered to the middle, so let me just put a little bit of glue back in here and not bother it. And take that little bit out. Take that little bit out. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is let it dry completely. So I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back when it's ready. Okay, it's now dry, so we're going to snip. I'm going to use a different pair of scissors. Snip these little corners right here. Actually, let's see, we're going to come in very slightly from this angle and slightly from this angle, and trim that out. Do the same here. Leave yourself just a tiny little space between the corner and the corner of the book and the paper. And then we'll do the same thing here. And here. I might have done that one too big. But we are going to be covering the inside. Okay. Alright. The next thing we're going to do, and for this I'm going to use regular glue and not a glue mixture, but I like to do my tops and bottoms first, and the first thing that I do is I fill in this little gap right here between the paper and the book. It's that top, and it's usually about 1/8 or so of an inch thick, and then I'll come in and cover this really well. And I use bulldog clips to clip, but basically just want to pull it as tight as possible, round it over, and then I take bulldog clips. Some of them are a little loose, so I always test them, and if they're loose, then that means they're not going to grip that good. But if they've got a really good grip, then I'm going to put those here. That one's got a really good grip. And then I'll turn around and do the other side. Fill in that little gap. Glue the flap. Give it a good coverage, but not thick and gloppy. Just a small little bands will work just fine. Give it a good pull, make sure there's no air bubbles or gaps. Smooth it down. And clip it. And then that one's no good. That one's not as good as I would like for it to be. Let's go all the way over here actually with that one. Okay, so now I'm just going to do the other two, but you know now what's going on, so what I'm going to do is pause the video again, and when I'm ready to turn these flaps in, I will come back and we will do that part. Okay, so we've got the bottom and the top of each side glued down and dried. So now we're going to come in and do this part. And for this one, since it's as wide as it is, I'm going to fill this crevice here with regular glue. And then I'm going to come in with my wash and just give it a coating. And then turn it over like I did the others, give it a good pull, get all any air bubbles and things like that out. And also the other thing is, if you're not going to be putting on corner protectors, then you'll probably want to give yourself a little bit extra here to actually completely cover the corner. In fact, it's a completely different cut. Maybe I can demonstrate that on another video. But I will be putting corner protectors on this. So if the corners are left just slightly uncovered, that's not an issue because they'll be covered with a piece of metal. Well, my little glue stick is not wanting to cooperate. It's quite warm here where I am at the moment. Okay. And the one good thing about this flap being as big as it is, I don't have to worry so much about clipping it down because it grips good and it just does what it's supposed to. And I always start in the middle and work myself out to each edge to cover. Okay, now obviously it has to dry, but you can see what the finished product is going to look like. So that's what it's going to look like, and like I said, I'll put corner protectors on it. I will be putting fabric over this side and of course doing the inside, and I'll be reinforcing this spine before I go on to actually turn it into a bona fide journal. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you today, was just how to use wallpaper to cover a journal or cover a book to make a journal. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.